sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
As Santa got out of bed, he noticed a letter and a black, shadowy figure in the window.
Well, what happened next?
Well, if you let me finish, I could tell you.
Hey, who's the movie producer here?
Who cares if you're the producer? Let me finish my pitch for Santa has a midlife crisis.
Fine, continue.
Thank you. And if you interrupt again, I will be the shadowy figure and you will be Santa. The figure in the window was pointing to the letter on the floor. Santa sounds the emergency alarm, yet no one answered. Old Kris Kringle decided to open the envelope and read the message. It read,
What did it read?
"Will you please let me finish? Strike one."
Okay, continue.
Santa had put in a request for a meeting to resign from duty because he wanted to be young again, and he was tired of the white beard and the fat stomach because he was only 34 years of age. Kris Kringle packed up his briefcase while Mrs. Claus was sleeping to get ready for court in the morning. The black shadowy figure had disappeared, and little did he know this wouldn't be the last time.
Who was the black figure?
Strike two. And to your question, the figure will just be black, just for another reason.
Why?
This is where it gets interesting.
Continue!
Old Kris Kringle has about 3 hours of sleeping before having to get up and go to court. He dressed in his nice white suit with a red tie, white shoes, and a black hat.
Santa doesn't have style. That black hat does match.
Mrs. Claus wondered why Mr. Claus was dressed up so nice, so she asked him. Santa then replied and said he was meeting Jack Frost to talk about this year's winner. Miss Claus, still suspicious, let him off the hook. Father Christmas went to Supreme Court of holiday cases. Many cases were held there, like the turkey versus the people and the pumpkins versus Halloween.
What's the point of this?
Strike three. The point is when Santa got on trial, they told him that to resign you must have Mrs. Claus here as well. The judge decided to give her a call, and by the time the call was over, the judge couldn't hear out of the right ear. Mrs. Claus appeared immediately out of the white snow. Furiously, she asked Kris Kringle why he would want to resign. Santa replied back furiously, saying that he is tired of trying to squeeze down chimneys, eating cookies, and looking 90 years old. While the jury was looking at them, Miss Claus said to Santa that he used to embrace looking old and fat, and you only thought about the joy it brought you. Santa stared, and said, "It's not funny when you get a new elf, and then they meet their big red boss and say behind your back, 'How old is this guy? 83? Miss Claus said, "Fine, resign. I hope I never see you again."
Wait, I like the pitch, but we might need different staff.
Yeah, I know. Let's start off with a new producer.
Okay, hey, wait a minute.
According to HFGC, Title 14, Volume 25, Chapter 4, Section 365, and Subparagraph G, all Santa Clauses now and come must have white hair and a beard, yet every Santa has the right to go on a diet for only 3 years. Will you accept, Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Now that this is over, the jury had to tell the boys and girls, plus the parents of the world, to leave vegetables inside of cookies and milk. Santa left with Mrs. Claus still mad at him, so instead of going home, he went to the gym. "Hello? Are you still there? Hello?" As Santa was pumping iron, he never looked up. Santa didn't notice it, but the black shadowy figure was back, and getting closer and closer. Santa looked up and tried to scream, but it was too late.
So if I was Santa, what will happen to me?
Sorry, to never be continued.
What? You get back here and tell me.
Whatever happened to old Saint Nick?